So the tailpiece that I'm replacing here, the bushings on, is a Kinze 3600 tailpiece, stamped metal tailpiece, as opposed to the Deere's, which is a cast iron tailpiece. Contrary to popular belief, you can weld on that. But what we're doing, instead of this hexagonal hole that we've got here, I'm going to take these collars and we're going to clamp it up here, basically centered on the hole, and put a tack weld 1 inch on the bottom, 1 inch on the top, and then we'll put a bearing in the center of that kit. We will use washers in order to space between the row unit and the bearing to make sure that there's not slop side to side in the unit. And then when we go to install it, this is the actual bolt that came off the old unit. You can see I damaged the threads taking it off, but it doesn't matter because we're going to replace it with this bolt. And the difference is the stock bolt that comes from Kinze is a 2-inch bolt, and you're going to be replacing it with a 2.5-inch bolt. The diameter is the same, the nuts are the same. Instead of going with one lock nut that was on this bolt, we're actually going to go with 2 lock nuts. You can distinguish between them. One lock nut will go on each side. They have a little dot on them, so you can distinguish them. And then a second nut will go on top of that in order to lock it into place. So you'll have 2 nuts on the outside here holding that bearing into place and making sure that it doesn't back off as the handle rotates up and down, or the arm rotates up and down.